One of the most challenging issues for women right now is the struggle to know our value and our worth. Knowing your value means knowing who you are and also knowing who you are not. Heavy on the knowing who you are not, because society can put labels on you that you may believe to be true about yourself, but those labels are not yours to own. For instance, I see a lot of poor representation of Black women online and shown on reality TV, but I personally do not resonate with those images, and they don't represent me as a Black woman. And even though we live in a time where women are more educated, talented, financially independent, and well traveled, there are still some factors that try to rob us of our value. And this video is your reminder that you are valuable and to know your worth and to have standards. And if there are any people in your life that are not meeting your standards or causing you to lower your value, then cut them off. And if you are the one not meeting your own standards, then you have some soul searching and inner work to do. But don't ever give up on yourself or lower your value to make someone else comfortable. Hey ladies, I'm Tiffany Celeste. Welcome back to my channel. We hear this a lot, to know your value, but what does that really mean? And how do you know how to operate in your value? And that's what I want to discuss in today's video. So what does it mean to value something? To value is to hold dear, to place in high esteem, to love, to adore, to commit, to see someone or something's worth, to treasure and to protect something of priceless value. So to know your value is to believe that you are priceless, to know that you are special, rare, purposeful, and that you deserve to be loved and treated well. And here's the thing, when you can learn to operate in that space of self-love, self-worth, and self-value, you can really thrive in life. And let me know in the comments if you want me to do more videos about developing your values, standards, and creating your woman code, which is your personal principles that you live your life by. I can do a series if you're interested, so just let me know in the comments. And also, no matter what's going on in the world, I don't want you to lose sight of who you are. And even though there's a lot going on in the world right now, you can still have empathy and support the people that need it the most while not shrinking to fit into someone else's narrative. And ladies, if you're in a relationship or a work environment where you feel undervalued and you're convincing yourself to settle, because maybe deep down you feel like there isn't better for you, then listen to me very closely, okay? Leave that relationship, leave that job, leave that city. I will always be an advocate for women to leave a situation that is not good for them, mentally, emotionally, physically, financially, or spiritually. And it may take some time, but start taking steps to leave, because you can't value yourself and stay stuck in situations that are toxic to you, right? So the reality is we face situations every day that try to devalue us. Go on any social media platform for more than 5 minutes and tell me you don't feel worse than before you got on. It's always a battle going on, a battle between the sexes, a battle between races, a battle between political parties, a battle between the haves and the have-nots, a battle between racially ambiguous women and unambiguous women. It's just too much. And on top of that, we're told to work twice as hard, stay quiet, and accept less because that's just the way it is. But you have to do the inner work and stay grounded in who you are despite all the noise. And I want you to really pause and reflect on the fact that no one can take your value unless you allow them to. And I noticed that it's usually in relationships where women start to lower their value by accepting and tolerating poor treatment or poor behavior from their significant other. And if your significant other ever tells you that you want too much or your expectations are too high, then that's a red flag. And that's your signal to leave. It's not for you to lower your standard to meet people where they are at. It's their choice to rise to the occasion. And if they can't, then it's your choice to stay stuck or to walk away. Society has conditioned us to underestimate our worth. You're taught to measure your value by external factors, your job title, your relationship status, how many likes you get on social media, your skin tone, your hair texture. And when those things don't align with what you think they should be, you start questioning if you're good enough. And here's the problem with that. When you don't know your value, you allow others to define it for you. And when you don't know your value, you'll find yourself in situations where you're undervalued, tolerating poor treatment, overworked, or manipulated because you didn't have a standard for what you will and will not accept. Or maybe you think you can't have better. You may even stay stuck in friendships or relationships where you give and give, but no one pours back into you. And I've been guilty of that in so many of my friendships and relationships. But you get to a point to where it just becomes exhausting and you just have to let that go. And you may have been at a place in your life where you did accept that type of treatment in your friendships and relationships because you've been told that that's all you deserve. But that's not true, and don't let that become your truth or your belief, okay? I want you to take time to write down what your standards and non-negotiables are. What are your boundaries? What are your critical needs? What are your values? And anything that doesn't align with that has to go, okay? And let me tell you something else. Your value isn't up for negotiation. It's not determined by what other people think about you. It's determined by you, how you see yourself, how you carry yourself, and most importantly, how you treat yourself. Knowing your value means setting boundaries and not feeling guilty about it. And you may find yourself walking away from people, places, and situations that don't add value to you or respect you. And that's okay. I am now the type of woman that can sit at a table alone rather than trying to squeeze into spaces where I'm not appreciated or valued. I've had to end relationships, friendships, and careers because they didn't align with my standards and I wasn't appreciated in those spaces. And I'm not trying to make walking away sound easy because it wasn't easy when there is history. But what's harder is staying in environments that make you feel small and insignificant. And that's another thing. You have to align yourself with people who show you through their actions that they value you and that they value themselves as well. You never have to explain your value to anyone. It's all about how you carry yourself. It's not thinking that you're better than anyone else. It's about holding yourself with high regard so that you're not accepting harmful behaviors or experiences. And it's so important to be around like-minded people and don't insert yourself in situations that are below your standards. Like, for example, if there's a group of women that's gossiping about another woman and you know that you don't want to engage in that type of conversation, then don't insert yourself. Quietly remove yourself from that environment. When you know your value and refuse to accept the bare minimum in situations, there will be people who will try to humble you, but don't let their behavior cause you to act out of character or settle for less than what you desire for your life. Knowing your value is the foundation of everything else in your life. It's the foundation that everything else is built on. Why? Because when you know your value, You stop settling, and when you stop settling, you start attracting better experiences, better people, and better opportunities. So think of yourself like this. You're a diamond. A diamond doesn't lose its value just because someone doesn't see its worth. No, it remains valuable because of what it is, unique, precious, and irreplaceable. And so are you. Let me know in the comments if you want me to do more videos about developing your values, standards, and creating your women code, which is your personal principles that you live your life by. I can do a series if you're interested, so just let me know in the comments. I hope you ladies are having a great start to your year. Check the description box for resources. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.